Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm going to give it just a second for everyone to join on in. If someone from my YPC team will just give me a thumbs up in the chat, I am solo today, so if you can just let me know everything looks good, sounds good, that'd be great. Thank you, thank you. Welcome everyone to our May webinar series. Unfortunately, it's just me. I'm Katie Fitzgerald. I'm the Director of Operations here at YPC Media. Nicole was going to be on today. She sends her well wishes, knows that I'll be able to take you guys through this. I hope I've had enough coffee to talk solo, but I'm hoping that some people will send me some messages in the chat so I don't feel like I'm just talking to my computer screen. So feel free to ask questions as I go through things. Today, we're going to be really focusing in on social media, but more specifically, we want to talk about engagement, but turning that into leads. We want social media to be an ROI feature for your business. So we're going to dive into some tips, tricks, and tools that can really help you grow your social media presence into a really big lead generator for your business. So today, we're going to start off by talking about why social media maybe isn't converting for you. We're going to talk about, I think, the number one question I get asked between your personal profiles and a business profile. We're going to talk about optimizing both types of profiles. We're going to talk about engagements and how to turn those into conversations on social media. And then hopefully towards the end, we'll go through some systems and automations that are going to save you some time. All free tools that you can be using. So should add a lot of benefit if you stick around for the full webinar. So we'll dive right in to talking about why is what you're doing maybe not working right now. A lot of business owners will sit back and say, hey, I know I need to do social media, but it doesn't drive any business for me. So I don't feel confident putting tons of money or time investment into my social media profiles, or simply you don't like posting on social media, and that's totally okay. But if you are someone that social has been successful for you, you've grown a little bit of a following, especially in your local community, here are some things that can help you take that from the posting now to converting, right? We want to make sure that we're making money off of the time and energy that we're spending on our social media profile. So most businesses are really thinking of social media backwards. First, you're focusing on pumping out as much content, thinking that if I post a bunch, that's going to be really helpful for me. Maybe the second thing is that you've been focusing on trends. You're trying to post reels that are on, the different audios that are out there, or what we call like the TikTok trends that make you seem really cool and engaging and that type of thing. Or maybe you're really worried about the aesthetic. You have a certain brand profile kit that you have a caliber of posts that want to go out. Or maybe you're just worried about the engagement only and you're looking at those likes and your page likes and you're like, there's nothing happening. So this isn't converting for me. All really important things that you do need to focus on, right? It's important to have trends. It's important to have a great aesthetic on your social media pages. But if you're ignoring the systems that are set in place to take any of those likes and convert them, if you don't have lead capturing on your social media or you don't have a follow-up strategy, none of it's going to matter. You could have a profile or a post that gets 50,000 views. If you have no system in place to convert those people, to get them to follow you, or any sort of follow up to those users, it really, drives no value for your business. So let's talk about social media as, how it involves into our marketing funnel, right? People do rarely buy immediately. We know this. There are many studies done with social media that the average customer doesn't even remember or retain your brand name until they've seen you 7 to 10 times. They may not even take a conversion after 10 times seeing your business, which is a lot, right? Just for them to view that content doesn't really do much for you. But social media is really a longer form of a funnel. So I built out this funnel to kind of give you an idea of how a social media funnel would work. So first, that attraction. So that's where they're discovering you. You're going to be posting your educational content. You're putting all the credible material out there, showing your case studies, your reviews, and all of that good stuff. But it's just attracting people, right? They're just looking at that. However, as they start to see you more, as they move down the funnel more, they're going to build trust. They see that you consistently are posting great reviews. You have some client success stories. You have a great reputation in your community. That's going to really start to move them down the funnel, where then you can start conversions pretty naturally with these individuals. Social media is not just a one-way street, right? You have to engage out there to get something back. Then you're going to be capturing the leads if everything is set up correctly, and we're going to go through how to get it set up correctly, and then driving the sales. So really a longer form funnel, and start throwing paid ads in there and those types of things. It can take a lot to get somebody through the entire social media funnel, but the main goal here is that they're going to discover you, watch your content, then it's going to start building a little bit of trust. Then it's going to, they'll maybe engage, give you a like on that or a comment. Then maybe they're going to reach out to you, and then maybe they're going to convert. And you can see I'm saying maybe. That's because social media is such a tough game where a lot of people just watch, they don't engage and take action. So we want to make sure when they do that we have some automations, tools, and things set up to capture those leads. So now, like I mentioned in the introduction here, I think the number one question that I get about social media is, do I have a personal page or do I make a business page? The answer is both, unfortunately. And you're like, okay, I don't even want to manage one profile. Now I have to manage two. This is crazy. So let's break it down a little bit further. Your personal brand is going to be your personal profile. So think across Facebook, Instagram. If you're somebody that's on TikTok or LinkedIn, you're going to have your own profile. And most of these platforms are now set up where you almost have to have your own profile to even have a business page. And a lot of you may say, well, I'm the business, the business is my name. And, I'm this, some of you are a one-man show out there, and it is really hard to separate the personal from the business. But I want to explain really what both of them can be used for. So on the personal side, you're going to post your regular content. If you're somebody that's on Facebook and you have a lot of family, we love posting our baby pictures, kids pictures, whether you like that or not. That's a great way to keep in touch with, all those high school friends, college friends on there. But it is a great place to earn trust. So if you're somebody that's out networking, you're at different events, it is a really great organic way to be friends with somebody, right? You can friend them on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and it initially builds that trust. They get to see who you are outside of your business. So it shows your personality. Another great way to use your personal brand is to post thought leadership. And what I mean by that is, posting some of your opinions. I'm going to go into some of more of that. You're going to post some things that are around your industry to show your expertise. And it also is to drive your human connection. At the end of the day, there's a quote out there, people buy from people first, right? So you want to be able to establish a personalized relationship, because that goes a lot further than just friending them on your business page. So there's totally two separate different uses for both pages. Of course, with your personal brand, it's a great place to post all of those things that you like to post about yourself, show things that you're doing, show your fun vacations and things, but it makes you a human, and it allows somebody to see who you are behind your business. On your business side, it's going to be where you show your credibility. It's going to be where you showcase your services. It's going to show your social proof. Like I mentioned, those reviews, those case studies, client testimonials, videos, things like that. And it's also going to be where you have your conversion tools. You wouldn't probably ask somebody on your personal Facebook, somebody might not DM you and say, hey, can I have a quote? And if they do, wonderful. That's way ahead of the game. But they're going to see you and learn that brand from your personal page, where then when they come over to your business, it's no problem that you have maybe an automation or somebody from your team reaching out to them through there. So it's a great tool to have that. So I think maybe where this will make more sense too is what to post where. Let's talk about what you should be posting on your personal profile, using your stories. Post, a lot of people use that to post their day-to-day behind the scenes, what it's like to go to their office every single day and show that personality behind their business. Second is opinions. I think this is really hard because I don't want to make this political, but I see a huge issue with a lot of people on their personal page. If you do share things about politics, I would recommend maybe making your profile private. we totally support posting things that you believe in, but when you're a business owner, we all know that you can get in trouble for things that you say, or not everyone agrees with you. And I think that goes across the entire thing. But knowing that your personal profile also impacts your business, you need to be conscious of what opinions you share. When I wrote opinions on here, I was more thinking along the lines of sharing your opinions about things in your community, things in your industry, misconceptions, and maybe showing those debunking of those types of things. Again, like I said, the BTS means behind the scenes, for your stories, posts, things like that, showcasing your personal wins. Maybe you just earned a new certification, renewed a certification, won a local award. This is a great place to share those things and your industry takes. So like I said, if there's a common misconception, this is a great place to showcase that you're the professional outside of your business, right? You are the owner of that knowledge, and being able to share that really shows authenticity. And people don't feel like they're being sold when you post it on your personal page, right? They're looking to engage with you, and from that aspect. So then on the flip side, when you come over to your business page, great place to showcase your service, because you're going to want to make sure that everything that you do is listed out in some types of posts. Maybe it's in your stories, your highlights, or things like that. You're definitely going to post your testimonials. We've done many webinars about how important reviews are. It's a great thing to bring those directly over to your social. It's so easy to bring those over, get on Canva and pop those into there and make sure you're posting them. It's a great place to post offers. This is a great engagement driver, right? We know that people love a good deal. They like anything for free, if that's something that you can do. Then educational posts. So just like you're sharing on your personal profile, use your business page to show some education. Everyone with AI and the world that we're living in wants to be educated before they make a decision. So if you are one of those thought drivers behind that and showing the expertise and sharing some information so that you can educate your potential buyers, it's going to go a long way. And then lastly is your FAQs. So some of you may have that listed on your website. Easy content to bring over to your business page. One of the important things that I want to call out too is that Google's AI overviews are now able to pull from Meta. So they're pulling from your comments, your bio, your posts, and that copy can now be featured and cited in a Google AI overview. So it's really important to have FAQs and things like that all published on your social pages. It's almost just another vertical to have those. But as people discover you, see your personal profile, come over to your business page, it's a great way to have everything there where maybe they're not looking to engage and go to your website. They're going to miss that information if it doesn't live there. So really important. Wanted to give you some ideas with both of those. Of course, there's people that struggle with this a lot. If there is something that you're looking to dive into more, a lot of you are YPC Media customers, definitely talk to us about with your account manager and talk through some of the ideas and how to separate these really well, or keep your personal profile private, right? Make sure you lock those up if it's something that don't want representing your business. It's a really good idea to make those private. So now we went through, what to post when, why things maybe aren't fully working for you. Now I want to go into optimizing your profile. So we know that one of the reasons maybe things aren't working for you is that people aren't finding you, your content's not being shown, or you feel like the algorithm hates you, which I think all of us do at some point or another. So I wanted to give you a checklist. There are many tools out there. I mean, if you go to ChatGPT, Claude, you can ask them to evaluate your profile. We can absolutely help you with that too. But here are the key components that I wanted to call out to you all today. So we're looking at YPC Media's Instagram, but a lot of these go across the board between your LinkedIn, your Facebook profile, even a TikTok profile, or anywhere else that you are on social media. These are all really good components that can apply, just maybe you're called a little bit different things on each platform. So the first one is having a clear headline. So the headline that I'm talking about here, hopefully you guys can see my mouse. I'm hovering over the YPC Media, and then our headline says, "Be found in AI and Google." What we want to be posting in the headline is your specific niche, your service, or a problem that you solve. That helps with search when people are either looking for different things and they search, or just things that they're generally interested in based on how their algorithm works. It can help you show up in their feeds. But you also want it to be really clear when someone comes over to your profile. If this just says YPC Media, most people know media, but they don't know digital. They don't know what kind of media that they're looking at here. So when we write "be found in AI" in Google, instantly they know we can help you with your online being found between AI and Google. Makes it really clear for them. So making sure that you show that problem that you solve up there in the headline is really important. Second is a strong call to action. So this is where people can get a little lost in this bio piece here. Again, I'm telling you a lot to go to AI, but this is just the world we live in. Now, AI can be a really great resource to help you write this, but make sure you don't use it exactly, right? You want to refine what AI is telling you and put it in your own terminology so that you still remain the industry expert, making sure that you're using the right terms and things that you want to be portrayed as your brand. So in this, I'm showing our problem solving tactics that we use at YPC Media. We help people be found in AI and on Google. We help you get noticed by your ideal clients, and we generate exclusive leads. And we're an official partner of Hello Nation. So if there's one thing that you can put in there, make it really clear of these specific problems. And then with the strong call to action, I'm referencing here our link that we have in here. So this is the way for people to come over to your website and then eventually convert. The other pieces that we want to look at is an easy contact method. So when you sign up for Instagram, same thing over on LinkedIn, even on Facebook, you have options for a call to action button, contact buttons. You want to make sure that those all go to a trackable source. What I mean by that is just make sure the email that you signed up with for Instagram isn't some AOL account that you signed up, 15 years ago with. It's something that goes to some sort of lead funnel, goes to somebody on your team, goes to your office, making sure that those things are correct. You also want to make sure people can reach out to you via Messenger, direct via email, call your office, all those good things. So having those are really great. The next one is an optimized link. You can see here, we have a link tree. A lot of you probably, if you're on social media, you see on Instagram, people will have a shop my or some sort of link shortener here. It's, a lot of people will also just put their contact page or maybe a quote page right here, which is great. There are also people that have 17 different links. My piece of advice here is to have one optimized link that is the place that you would want somebody to go. The odds of somebody coming over and converting and clicking to that, it's already hard enough to get them to this point where they're viewing your profile and going to click, that it would be, you wouldn't want to give them many options of, hey, I'm going to go over and discover your content. I'm going to go view this. No, let's put them to the one place that's going to get them to give you their information so that you have some way to communicate with them. So we want to make sure that it's an optimized link. If you can track it, even better. Making sure that you have that. And then the last thing is consistent branding. It is like one of my biggest pet peeves when your logo doesn't fit in the box or it doesn't represent your business. Making sure that it's very clear based on your image here, your logo, people can see it, it's not blurry, all that good stuff. And then making sure that your content represents that too. And now remember, I did say that one of the things is don't only focus on the aesthetics, but you got to do a little. You got to make sure that things look nice, people want to scroll your page, and everything looks branded and really put together. So the next thing is how to drive engagement. We have our profile optimized, and maybe you're still sitting there like, people just don't like, and my posts don't do well. They're not being seen. I don't have any followers. Why would I even post when I only have 10 followers and it's just everyone in my office? Well, the first thing is that we need to switch up how you're posting. You need to have engagement triggers on the post that you're putting out. So couple ideas for those is that on Instagram now you have some options to add polls to your posts, to your stories, and that. So that's a really great, easy way that people can just tap and engage. Those engagements drive the algorithm, right? They want to see that there's engagement happening on the post. The second is always end with a question. If somebody's going to take the time to read your post, make sure you're asking them something to drive that thought process to them of, hey, I did make it through read this post. I need to answer the question in the comments, or, I want to at least go read the answers other people put, right? So they're going to be more likely to click into that comment section. The other thing is people post a lot of comment what you think, or, hey, this or that, comment which one you pick. Trying to find a way to do that. Another one is a free resource. Like I mentioned, everyone loves free stuff on social media. So if there's some sort of free resource, a checklist or some sort of PDF download that you can give people and you get them to comment on that, to get that, it would be really helpful to drive some engagement. And then, of course, DM prompts, which I'm going to get to in a minute. So that's your direct message prompts that are automated. So we're going to talk about that in just another slide. So those are great triggers. But again, if you feel like you are not getting any engagement, here's what you need to do. It's called social monitoring and listening. This is free. You do this on your own. It's just costs your time, right? So it can drive you a little crazy, but here's what you need to do to start driving conversions and start getting likes on your page. One, you need to respond to comments. When people do comment on your post, don't just like it, actually reply to them and try to keep the conversation going. Ask another question, ask a follow-up, something like that. Now, maybe you're saying, I don't get any comments on my posts, which I totally understand. Well, the best way to do that now is let's go follow people who like your content. It's a lot easier to just like a post than to comment. If someone likes a post, go over and follow their page, because once you follow someone, they're really likely to follow back. The notification system in any social media has made it really easy to just click one button and follow you right back. Once you follow someone, now they're going to start showing in your algorithm. The next thing is, if you feel like you're not getting likes or comments, now let's utilize your community, right? One thing you can do is follow users in your community. So just go out and find people that live in your area and let's follow them if they look like somebody that could be your ideal client. Now that can be very broad, right? You could spend a lot of time just searching like people that live near you. One of the biggest pieces of advice I can give is to go follow businesses in your community. The best place to start is pick your top 5 restaurants in your area and go look at who follows those accounts. It's probably a lot of people like you that are, maybe they're business owners, they're moms and dads, they're, 20-year-olds that are just following their favorite restaurant. Go in and now let's follow that restaurant. Let's start engaging with that restaurant. Let's comment on their posts of their, hey, our spring menu came out. This looks amazing. You comment on that. Now, as other users come and discover that content, they're going to see you in the comment section. So that triggers them to see you in there. Now, when you're looking through the comments and someone, wrote, hey, this looks great, I can't wait to try, you can interject yourself really naturally and say, we agree, we can't wait to get over there. Now they discovered your brand just through commenting and engaging on other businesses' accounts. It's a great way to find more people, to follow people that are there. This goes for many different areas. Based on your target audience, you're going to want to find people in your community. So you can look up the school district in your area. The local parks department is a great place. We just got a question. Do we comment as the business or from personal? Really, either work on that. I would say this is a great strategy for your business page to find users. It can come off a little weird when it's your personal page that you're just kind of going in and communicating, but really either work. This is more ideal for your business to be the one engaging with other businesses, showing that you support other businesses in your area too. So the next thing from there is you have to engage on those. So you're going to like, you're going to comment, you're going to also share their content. So there's now on Instagram, almost, I call it like a retweet. I'm showing myself from back in the days of Twitter, that's now X, but you can basically repost that where it's not actually showing on your page, but you're helping them spread their post by resharing that. So being able to do that, and then those businesses will probably also help you out, right? It's a two-way street with social media. When you give out engagement, you're going to get engagement. So keep that in mind as you go through this. And then the last thing is to have automated DMs. We're going to get into this on the next slide, but I think these are all really great places to start. I will say it can be time consuming. You're like, Katie, how do I do this? I'm running my business. What time of day do I put this in? I'll tell you, I do it from YPC at night when I'm scrolling before I go to bed. After I put the kids down, I flip over to our YPC account and I'll go through and look through our news feed and make sure that I can like as many posts as I can. It's not a perfect process, but it's a little bit extra time here and there. You can definitely find time because I know we all scroll social media. You might as well put it into your favor and do it for your business too, on top of just your personal profile. So I have 5 minutes left. I'm going to dive into two really cool automations that I think could really help your social media. And these are both completely free. The first one is to automate your communication. A lot of you have probably done this and maybe you didn't realize. Some of you probably have realized because sometimes it sounds a little robotic, but a lot of users on social media are very used to this process. Like we're just like everyone's adopting the use of AI, people have adopted these types of features. So the first one's called ManyChat. It helps you automate your communication in your direct messages. So one of the things is that you go in and you sign up, you connect your Instagram. It also works on TikTok. It also works for your Messenger on Facebook. There's not a feature for LinkedIn right now, but these are the core three really there are really helpful. But it's a great way to get automated responses to people who are engaging with you. It also helps you set up lead magnets. So what I mean by that is those free downloads or hey, give me your email or that type of thing. It allows you to do that and get quick links sent to somebody's inbox no matter the time of day that they message you, because that's also a huge factor. Someone might message you, at 1 o'clock in the morning when they had time to scroll social media, right? And you want to make sure you get them what they need in the time. So you can see the example on the right-hand side. Someone is trying to get people to sign up for their workshops. This works via either a specific comment being on a post. So if you've seen them, hey, on this post, comment workshop and we'll get you signed up. These people comment workshop. It automates the DM of, hello, hope you're doing. Can you give me your email address and we'll get you registered? They send over their email and it prompts them, hey, you're registered. It's been sent over. You can do this with a lot of different things. You can also turn it on that when someone likes your page, your business page, it will automatically send them a message that you can create on your own. It gives you some options to start with, but you can simply just say, hey, we're so glad you're here. How did you find us? I've seen ones that said, hey, we're glad you followed us. Would you like to join our email newsletter? And ask for their email. Different ways to keep conversation flowing. This is a great way to get their information so that you can try to convert them or put them into your lead funnel. The second one here is that Linktree link that I mentioned that was on our business profile for YPC Media. Like I mentioned, putting one link to get them over to look at what you want them to. Linktree is great because it gets them to one spot and it's like a mini website that just has links. So this just has the key things that I want somebody to see when they come into our page. One is I want them to sign up for these webinars. Two is we have some review cards, social media help, how to create a Facebook page, and of course, contact our team. You can put all of your social channels. You can see all of them are linked up here. So if somebody is like, oh, I'm on Facebook too, I'm going to go follow them. It keeps them in Instagram, which Instagram really likes. And people don't always love to go over to websites. While websites are still like the number one most important thing, you have to have a website. It is really nice to just have quick links and for people to not have to kind of go through the fluff on your website, which is really great for your SEO and all of those things. But sometimes call to action buttons can get missed. They get lost in looking at different photos of things and then they don't always convert or they leave. So this is a great way to not have something bulky. Still have that on here. There are options on here to collect email addresses and some other great things on there. So it's a really great free tool. There is a paid plan on this as well, where it actually helps you generate newsletters and all that great stuff. But the free plan works awesome. You can customize it to your branding, keep it really simple, whatever you like from there. So really two awesome features that are completely free to have connected to your social media to help you generate more lead flow in your social media. So quick recap, we have 1 minute left. Businesses aren't posting more. They just have great systems in place. Use your social media to build trust, create more AI optimized content, right? So the content you're putting out there is helping you in the long run with AI. It should be a place for you to capture leads organically. It should support your follow-up process. If you've got leads in your system that you've maybe talked to them once or twice, have your team start going and follow those people on social media. Show that you care and show that you are a part of their community and really want to solve a problem for them with your business. And ultimately, this should help you drive more revenue, right? We need to convert. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm going to give it just a second for everyone to join on in. If someone from my YPC team will just give me a thumbs up in the chat. I am solo today, so if you can just let me know if everything looks good, sounds good. That'd be great. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome everyone to our May webinar series. Unfortunately, it's just me. I'm Katie Fitzgerald. I'm the Director of Operations here at YPC Media. Nicole was going to be on today. She sends her well wishes, knows that I'll be able to take you guys through this. I hope I've had enough coffee to talk solo, but I'm hoping that some people will send me some